The Los Angeles Lakers have one of the more exciting and promising young cores in the NBA today. There is D'Angelo Russell, who seems like he can be the scorer and playmaker that they need at the point guard position. There's also Jordan Clarkson, who has shooting guard and point guard abilities, although next to Russell, he will probably be the off guard for them. There's the recent draft pick of Brandon Ingram, who draws comparisons to Kevin Durant for his length, his frame, as well as his versatility in scoring from pretty much anywhere on the floor. And there is also Julius Randle at the power forward position, who seems like he can be an athlete, a scorer inside, a rebounder, and a presence. The question is, can he expand his offensive game to new heights? There's also Larry Nance, who seems like a role player made in heaven with his all-around game. And what I want to do is I want to see in 2K17, how good will the Lakers be in 5 seasons? Now, don't think of this as a rebuild, because I'm not going to go out of my way to win a championship as fast as possible. We're not going to be going for star players. We're not going to be doing any crazy trades. I mean, I will try to fill the roster in as need be, but I really want to see how good this young core can become, at least according to 2K. And of course, you got to develop them. And first things first, Julius Randle really needs to get the mid-range jumper down, because as of right now, he's pretty much just basket-oriented. We have to improve him there, as you will see. I do end up bumping that up even a little more, because he really has some work to do there. But also, the entire roster has to get better defensively. I mean, D'Angelo Russell, he's got to be able to go head-to-head with a lot of really good point guards in the NBA. Jordan Clarkson needs to be ready to run across screens against a lot of two guards, and the small forward position in the NBA is pretty damn deep as well, so Ingram's going to have to be ready there as well. And we see it. You'll see D'Angelo Russell, the on-ball defense is an emphasis. Ingram is a little bit more spread out for the small forward spot, and Jordan Clarkson, he's got to be ready as well. And then also Julius Randle, we got to have him be able to defend inside and around 15 feet and all that. So the very first season, let's not place too many expectations on the team this quickly. They are pretty young, even if they are exciting. Around 500, though, that is still pretty damn good. I hope Spike Lee is happy. Wait, Spike Lee is a fan of the Knicks. I don't know what I'm talking about. Who's a celebrity for the Lakers? Jack Nicholson, there we go. 39 wins overall, that's not bad. Brandon Ingram, Rookie of the Year, stole it from Ben Simmons, which never happens in this game, so that's cool. And then D. Russ, Most Improved. 18 points and 8 assists in only a second season. That's damn good. I can already see the Irrational Sports Center highlights now of him being compared to Magic Johnson, because that definitely would happen, because ESPN really needs the Lakers to be good. But Brandon Ingram, Rookie of the Year, solid 15, 16 points per game, exactly what you want out of his first season. And again, I would say 39 wins this early on, pretty damn good. Nice start for this Lakers team. And of course, we have to re-sign D. Russ, Randle, as well as Larry Nance Jr. to be our 6th man for the next decade. I also want to keep Tariq Black on here as our permanent backup center for a minimum salary, because, I mean, hey, you can grab a rebound. It's not a bad thing, right? And I only want to do one thing in free agency. The pictures don't show up. The game's glitched. I don't frickin' know. 2K17, man. I want Sean Livingston as the backup point guard. That's the nice sort of guy that we need at that spot, so when Russell's out of the game, it's not a huge drop-off for us. And then I was talking about the defense a second ago. Got to get better, man. All right? If D'Angelo Russell's defense is as nice as his hair, unless you think his hair is awful, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Ingram's actually okay defensively, which is cool. And then Julius Randle, same thing, although we are going to start focusing more on his mid-range jumper, because it kind of is a problem. Year 2, is the team ready to take a huge jump? 39 wins year 1, maybe mid-40s year 2, 50 if we can be a little optimistic. Well, you'll see that it's going pretty alright. We're a solid maybe like 5 or 6 games over 500 for the majority of the season. But then, maybe the age starts to show up, maybe a couple of bad losses that they should have won. I mean, that's just going to happen when you're a young team, right? But I think we can still be happy, because overall, 42 wins to end the season, I mean, above 500. It is still an improvement, if only 3 games. Still cool, still good. Team's still damn young, man. D'Angelo Russell has elevated himself to one of the best point guards in the league, because he's as efficient as all hell, averaging, 20 points and 9 assists? Okay, if you maintain that, maybe those Magic Johnson comparisons are a little realistic. And then Brandon Ingram, not the huge offensive jump, but like Russell, he's super efficient as well at 16 points per game. So these two are beginning to develop some sort of two-headed monster going on in LA. Clarkson, though, 14 points and 5 assists, not bad. The efficiency is not good, however. Clarkson, you're dropping the ball a little bit, my friend. So, he's putting up some points, but he's also whiffing a lot of the time as well. That's not a good thing. And now it's nice to see that Julius Randle can already average a double-double this early in his career. The question is, can he take the next step? And Larry Nance Jr. is a sixth man. Those are some damn good numbers for him. We do make the playoffs. We are up against the LA Clippers. The crowd being all Clippers fans is a bit of a lie. Let's be honest here. It would be all Lakers fans. But what actually happens in this one? 4-0 sweep. Not too surprising. We're not there just yet. How the hell did the Nuggets win it? Oh, because Kevin Durant went there. KD, what the hell are you doing, man? Speaking of Randall, he is not worth this much money. But unfortunately, it's either overpay for the guy or lose him outright. So unfortunately, I have to give him all that money. He's not worth it, but what can you do? Back to the defensive camp for all y'all. Well, not Randall. He's got to learn how to shoot. But for D. Russ, Jesus Christ. I think 2K is a little disrespectful with D'Angelo Russell as well and Jordan Clarkson's defense. Like, we're 3 years into this thing, and they're still not very good on that side of the floor. I figured Chris Manning would, get in there and manipulate it just a little bit, I don't know. LD's a good guy. And you will see that this season, while it's a little shaky in the middle here, we do come out of it with some more W's. And this team makes the jump that you expect that they would make at this point in this little thing we got going on here. They finish it up with 47 wins. That's damn good. 47, some dude I never heard of wins MVP. And like I mentioned, the two-headed monster of Russell and Ingram, it's officially a thing. Now Ingram, he's not averaging nearly 25 or 26 like you might expect, but a super efficient 20 to go along with what Russell's doing as a point guard. These two are really damn good, and these are the two that the NBA is going to have to deal with for a long time, and it's not going to be fun to play defense against them. Now, can they win this round one series against the Portland Trail Blazers? Because the defense is still the question with this team. So can they actually do it? Ooh, they go down in 7 games. That's tough. That's the worst way to do it. That's how you get Stephen A. Smith yelling at you. And the Sacramento Kings just won the championship because what the hell? Looking at the rest of the team, like I said, after Russell and Ingram, it's a little bit of a drop-off. Well, more than a little bit. It's kind of significant. So we might have to make some sort of changes here. Going back to Julius Randle, his offensive game has not really taken off yet. He's pretty much just good around the basket. We're going to see. This is what he is. Not bad, but perhaps a change to Larry Nance, who is a very good mid-range shooter, to expand the offense a little bit more in the starting lineup. Maybe that's the way to go. If this was a My GM series, I might be contemplating a trade or something major at this point, but I want to see how good this young core can be. So 9-9 with Randall as the starting 4. A little bit of a jump, but nothing too huge. So I say, okay, let's try it out. Let's get Larry Nance Jr. into the 4 spot. Randall, they're basically playing the same amount of minutes. He's going to be a rebounder and a scorer off the bench. Hopefully that'll help us out. And the 47-win season that you felt they could have built on and became a mid-50s win team or maybe even better, just doesn't happen, man. 40 wins, that's a disappointment. Was really expecting the team to take off this season. Why the hell is Giannis a 6th man? Russell dipped a little bit, still very good, and Randall, he actually responded well coming off the bench. But Clarkson, I'm looking at Clarkson at this point, man. What's going on? We're 11th best in offense, which isn't bad, but we are one of the worst defensive teams in the league, so maybe it's not Clarkson's fault overall, it's just the team as a whole. But it seems Brandon Ingram might be emerging as the best player now because the scoring is growing every season, but his all-around game is developing as well. He was over 4 assists per game again for us. But the defense, man, it's a problem. It's not good. You see, if this was a rebuild, I would have acquired Nerlens Noel very early on when he was a restricted free agent. But because this is more of a how good will this team be in 5 years sort of deal, It's not really the type of move I'm going to make, you know? Look at this. They're actually kind of okay on defense now. They finally got over 70. That's a little ridiculous in my opinion to have them that bad defensively. Like, come on, 2K. I understand some guys are not natural defenders, but come on. By the way, Julius can actually hit a mid-range jumper now, so perhaps that'll help the team out in this 5th and final season with this. Hopefully this is 5 and I know how to count. Again, man, just kind of mediocre. Really weird, really odd to go from 39 to 42 to 47 with Ingram and Russell both becoming top players in the NBA. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's actually going pretty alright right now. Well, I say that, but then what's up with these losses? Right towards the end of the season, you guys had it. How the hell did Ben Simmons win the MVP at 17 points per game? I don't know. It was actually going pretty okay, and then the last, month, they just fell apart. And look at that. Didn't even get out of the first round. That's disappointing. Laker fans, I'm pretty sure this isn't going to happen in real life. I think this team is very good. I think they're going to be really good for a long time, and I think within 5 seasons, there's a decent chance they'll be competing for a title.